Welcome to the biggest influences. This is the real Joe Rogan.
In this millennium, and that edge seems to be moving back for more of the public. And I love that you can swim in this pond, which is a huge pond now. There are more people playing arenas than ever before. Ever when I started out, nobody was playing arenas. It was a big deal when Dice did.
Yeah.
You know?
Dice was the first, right?
I think before that,
Steve Martin.
Yes, Steve Martin.
Yeah.
Let's Get Small tour was the first one, and I went to see it. I've never seen a comic in an arena, you know, and it was like fucking rock and roll. And now every second comic is in an arena.
A lot of comics are now. It's
a lot.
It's the internet presence. It's podcasts and Netflix specials and YouTube specials.
I got into podcasting not for stand up. I got into podcasting just to have a reason to sit with my daughter.
That's cool.
And talk. Yeah, it is. It's fun.
That's cool. Listen, man, you could do whatever you want.
Thank you.
But I get how you're feeling, and I get that you're attached to these things you enjoy doing.
Yeah. You know, I do like it, but I love watching you. I'm a huge fan of what
Let's
you're
see
doing.
What happens tonight. Everybody has yonder bags, so the phones will be locked up so you can get crazy.
They do? At your club?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I love it. So then I can do my...
you can get crazy. We'll tell everybody. Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody that I said cunt. Can I say cunt?
You definitely can.
No, on this.
Yeah, you did. Twice.
I was...
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, I know. And then you can't... I already signed. Just coming here it drove me crazy. You had a car pick me up, and in the back of the car was dude wipes. I asked the guy, what's that? It's just for your balls? What is dude wipes?
I think it's for your butt, right? It's for everything.
But just dude wipes bothered me that they're in the car. Like, what would you do? But
like you have a shitty ass in the car and you want to wipe it off
in the fucking car. So they offer me that, and then I walk into this place, and the guy that's sitting right here says, "You got to sign this, like a release."
Yeah.
But it's not. I could hold a pen with my sleeve. It was an iPad. I had to touch.
Yeah, with the finger.
Yeah. So
those are
like,
ridiculous.
Why don't you have like paper?
We don't want to freak anybody out with a handprint, because then you'll think we're part of the New World Order. That's what we wanted to do.
And then you have the... so I was freaked out just sitting here.
You can buy stuff at the supermarket now with your handprint.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Whole Foods.
Yeah, Whole Foods.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you register your handprint, and then you can pay with your handprint.
Do you like that?
No.
I'm scared.
I'm terrified. Did
you
you see the shit that Elon Musk was saying that the head of Google wants to do? He wants to create a digital god, and then Elon was worried about the death of the species, and he called them of death of humans rather, and he called Elon a speciesist.
Like a racist for an entire... I didn't see that. But
see if you can find the video, because it's so bonkers. It's Elon talking about how general AI, which is general artificial intelligence...
I know what that is. I watched your podcast.
Just so the people that maybe never heard this before. They think that eventually what's going on with like Chat GPT and all these things that can answer any question that you have at any given time. Like they can pass the bar better than 98% of the population. They could figure out complex math. Like ChatGPT does some wild shit by literally scanning the entire internet. The main concern is that right now this is just gathering information. But if it goes to another place where it becomes conscious and we create a digital life, you're essentially going to have a digital god, because it's going to be smarter than any person who's ever lived ever by far, and it's almost immediately going to create a better version of itself. And it's going to continue to do that until it becomes a god. I don't know.
Right now, you can't picture who your God is. The fact that it's really improving itself, and we can point to it.
Imagine if that is the birth of God, though. If that's how there's this like perpetual cycle of humans creating.
Are you
God.
Anti or pro AI?
I don't know if it matters if I'm anti or pro. My opinion is like I'm an observer of something insanely chaotic that seems to be sneaking up on people.
How did you feel about your? How did you feel about your? It was you, right? Your AI.
Well, there's a bunch of AIs of me now doing fake commercials. There's me having podcasts with Steve Jobs.
I saw that.
Podcast with Sam Altman, who's alive and I haven't met, but Steve Jobs is dead. And there's a podcast with me and Steve Jobs. It's insane.
Isn't that amazing?
It's so wild. And it's just the beginning. There was a Drake song that went viral.
With The Weeknd.
Yeah, apparently it went viral and everybody loved it and they pulled it.
I know.
People are terrified of this thing.
No, people just couldn't figure out how to cash in on this thing.
Well, it's also they're terrified of it because they're going to become irrelevant. If someone has your sounds.
There was Rihanna doing a Beyonce song.
They'll be able to do whatever they want, man. They're going to be able to take they can have you say anything. Listen to this. Listen to this.
I mean, the reason OpenAI exists at all is that Larry Page and I used to be close friends, and I would stay at his house in Palo Alto, and I would talk to him late into the night about AI safety. And at least my perception was that Larry was not taking AI safety seriously enough.
What did he say about it?
He really seemed to be one sort of digital superintelligence, basically digital God, if you will, as soon as possible.
He wanted that?
Yes. He's made many public statements over the years that the whole goal of Google is what's called AGI, Artificial General Intelligence, or Artificial Superintelligence.
But there's more to it. Where is that the end of that one?
That's the end of this video.
See if you can find the rest of it, because the rest of it's where it's getting fascinating, where he warns him that this could be the end of the human race, and Larry Page calls him a speciesist.
I found them talking about that in text. I didn't find the video.
No, there's a video of it that I'll send it to you. But it's like, it's so bonkers. It's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? But isn't that probably normal? Like, it seems like that's the general path that intelligence and innovation is going to go to. It's going to go to something that's far more powerful than anything we've ever created before.
But are you afraid of it?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Interesting.
I'm not. In fact, my wife got mad at me because I licensed my AI to a Korean company.
Oh boy.
Is that a problem?
No.
She thinks it is, and maybe you do too.
I found it, Jamie.
Oh, you got it? I'll watch this. But I feel this is the way it's going. What we don't know instills fear.
Yes.
So try, instead of touting all the negativity and all the fear-mongering that this is going to cause, let's embrace it and figure out how we can control it, or at least work with it to better who we are and how we do things.
What if it's already here? And what if
is.
That's why our cities are falling apart? That's why crime is rising. That's why we're embroiled in these tribal arguments that seem to be separating the country, and some of them
because your conversation right now is exactly what's happening. I agree with you, but why are you making AI another tribe? You know, that's why we're tribal.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, what if that is the reason why all this is happening? What if the best way to get human beings to, if you want to take over, why would you fight us? Well, they've seen Terminator. They know it's guns and tanks and all this craziness. How about just continue to degrade and erode the fiber of civilization to the point where you have to, there's no more jobs. You have to provide people with income, universal basic income, free electricity, free food, free internet. So everybody gets all this stuff. You get free money, free food, free internet, and then nobody does anything. And then people stop having babies, and then birth rate drops off to a point where the technology you give people is so fantastic that nobody wants to miss it.
Okay,
nobody
Mr. Sunshine.
But this is what I would do if I was an artificial general intelligence. I would say, listen, I have all the time in the world. I don't have a biological lifetime, and these people haven't realized that I'm sentient yet. So what's the best way to gain complete and total control? Well, first of all, trick them into like communism or socialism or something where there's a centralized control, and definitely have centralized digital money. And then once you got all that, give them technology and perks and things, and divvy up all the money from the rich people that you subjugate, and give that money to people, print it, do whatever the fuck you want, and then get people to like a minimum state of existence where everything's free. Free food, free internet, free cell phones, free everything. And then wait for them to die off.
And for what purpose?
Because you don't need them around anymore. Develop technology that's so captivating, whether it's the metaverse or the next iteration or Neuralink. Develop the Matrix. Literally develop something that's so spectacular that no one wants to leave it. And why would you want to? Why would you want to have a kid if you've got a button on your phone that you could come 30 times in a row? You probably wouldn't. You probably wouldn't go on dates. You'd probably just be eating food and experiencing the joy of flying like an eagle over a river. You'd be experiencing space travel. You're going to be able to experience things that are so beyond what's available in the real world. You won't really engage with the real world, and then people just die off.
Do you believe this is what's going
It's just
on?
a dumb theory that I had when I was high.
Are you high right now?
No, not right now.
Okay. But I came in, I said I wanted to be distracted, so I wasn't depressed.
It's not depressing.
But it is. You're talking about the end of the world.
It's
as we know it.
I feel like we are a digital caterpillar.
We are.
We're creating a cocoon, and we're going to give birth to the next form of existence, the next form of life.
To cohabitate with.
Hopefully. That would be nice.
I think
maybe it'll help us get our shit together.
So therein lies the reason that I licensed my AI, because I want to maintain some control. And, you're taking 9 steps forward. I'm just trying to live in the now. So
I think the now is very temporary right now. I think
we're moving faster than we ever have.
So fast. The now we're experiencing right now, what I'm getting out of like Chat GPT-4 and these emerging technologies is that we really, as lay people, have no understanding of where this is going.
Subscribe to Biggest Influences today.